I had to realize that I was more than my environment. That was the hardest thing for me to do. Every day that I woke up, I really didn't want to wake up. I really didn't want to realize that this is the truth of my life right now as a young man in the projects, trying to survive. The things that I knew at that time, being 13, I felt like I wasn't supposed to know. It wasn't my. I shouldn't have to know these things, you know. But it was my realization every day I woke up. In the back of my mind, at the same time, I knew that there had to be something different. There had to be another way for me to live. I just didn't know what it was. A part of me was afraid to take the chance to try to figure it out because I was so comfortable with my survival process. The way I survived every day, it was security. And I felt like if I left that security, then I would have nothing. I would be in the wilderness on my own. Because when you're in that environment, you create your own reality. You create your own world that helps you and protects you from the truth that you're really in a messed up situation. Because the reality of that really breaks you down, and you cannot break down in that environment of chaos, being shot at, having to survive, having to protect yourself from people that you don't even know. The thing about that is, I had to force myself to realize that there is another way to live. I don't have to wake up and try to protect myself every day. There is a place where I can live that doesn't function in that way. But it was hard for me to realize that at the same time. So it was like a battle within myself. And then I had to live out my role within myself of the way I protected myself. My homeboys, when we click together, we get together, we ride, through the streets, and try to free our minds from the stress. So we go to parties, we go to different places, the park, and we're confronted with these situations all the time. At the same time, I'm still going through this battle within my mind that there is another way. And it's hard for you to really say it. You can't say it out loud because it doesn't match. It doesn't make sense. Because you have to live that role in that environment. So therefore, you feel like you're trapped. You feel like there's no way out. That's in a part of you. And at the same time, you're in that battle with the other part of you saying that there has to be another way. So what I had to do was force myself to choose the other side, to take a chance, take chances that were scary to me. Step into different circles, people that I felt was above me, higher than me, because their life seemed like a fantasy. Different circles of people with money, things of that nature. I never had money growing up, so for me to be around rich kids or kids with money, it was scary. I didn't want nobody to look at me like, oh, I'm trying to steal something or something like that. And then it was just like a lot of feeling of I'm not worthy of being around these people. That creates those barriers. So it also creates anger because I was angry every time I had to go back to the projects, leaving from an environment that felt like a fantasy. I felt angry. When I step into my house and there's a curtain up and my dad is, smoking dope, and the smoke, I can still smell the dope, the cocaine, and Um, you know, different things sold out the house. It's crazy. And I kept it up all through high school. But the thing about it was that I had to keep that mentality, that part of me, that there was more. There was more to life than what I was living. That's what got me out. I forced myself to hold on to that thought that there was more, because that's the only way I changed my mentality to understand that my environment is not who I was. That's how I broke the trap. That's how I broke the trap. And that's how you can break it too.